Welcome to In the Know. I am Tony Reeves. Today we continue my series Life After College, which is the series where we explore the valuable experiences I gained after I graduated. In today's episode, we will dive into my story as a young officer through my journey in my Officer's Basic course at Fort McClellan, Alabama. Let's begin. When the opportunity arose to attend Fort McClellan for my Officer's Basic course, I found myself in a unique position. For those unfamiliar with Officer Basic courses, these courses are designed to equip newly commissioned lieutenants with the skills and knowledge necessary for their specific roles. Whether it be West Point or Officer Candidate School, these places are places where officers learn their craft. In my case, I had been commissioned as a chemical officer, focused on nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare. This led me to a 5-month course at Fort McClellan, Alabama, in Anniston, Alabama. Upon arrival, it felt like an extension of college, despite being in a military setting. Picture this: approximately 30 to 40 recent college grads, all second lieutenants like myself, eager to learn and embark on our respective officer journeys. The first week brought a realization that my initial desire to serve as an active duty officer through a unique program was no longer an option. With that acceptance, I shifted my perspective and approached the next 5 months as an entirely different experience. Instead of worrying about the future, I decided to live in the present and embrace every moment. We resided in what was called basic officers' quarters, akin to dorm room-like apartments. Anniston, Alabama, the location of the base, was conveniently located about an hour from Birmingham and an hour and a half from Atlanta, Georgia. As you can imagine, the time was filled with parties and festivities. Many of my fellow officers were in the same age range, freshly graduated from college, still carrying that vibrant college mindset. Amidst the fun, I also seized the opportunity to study and take the graduate exam. Although unsure of which graduate courses I would pursue, I opted to test my knowledge in biology and cellular biology. Exploring my options while having a carefree attitude dominated my thoughts. I was not actively looking for jobs or considering the future beyond those 5 months. I treated that time as if it would last forever, oblivious to what lay ahead. The training itself was intense, but enduring it alongside fellow officers going through the same challenges made it more bearable. Looking back, I realized I should have used that time to engage in conversations about my path after graduation. However, there was another aspect to this experience that proved powerful. It marked my first time outside of Florida as an adult navigating a unique environment. I wanted to revel in the newfound independence and embrace my position fully. So from September of 1991 to December of 1991, I lived the good life at Fort McClellan. I had not a single worry in the world. However, as January 1992 approached, reality struck. I had to be out of there by February, coinciding with our class graduation. Suddenly, the lack of planning hit me. I had enjoyed myself, but had nothing tangible to show for it. Panic started to set in. Fortunately, I reached out to a college classmate and friend back in Florida who graciously offered me a place to stay while I figured out my next steps. So as the end of February 1992 loomed, it became painfully clear that I had failed to make any plans or consider my future. But in my carefree mindset, I continued the party, capturing memories and relishing in the fact that I was living on an active duty base as a young officer with a bit of money in my pocket. The downside was that I had not prepared financially for life beyond that fixed time frame. I had not saved or made any investments that could sustain me. As February 1992 came to a close, I found myself turning in all my military paperwork, leaving the base, and returning to Florida, uncertain about my next move. This experience taught me a valuable lesson about the dangers of avoiding the future and failing to plan. And that concludes today's episode, Life After College. Join us next time as we uncover more inspiring stories of growth and self-discovery. Until then, remember to plan for the future while living in the present.